Okay, so I'll show you a new topic. It's called law of cosines, and it's a method we can use to solve for sides in a triangle, similar to the way we use the Pythagorean theorem. But this is going to be useful for triangles that aren't necessarily right triangles. Sometimes you may have an obtuse triangle or an acute triangle that's doesn't necessarily have a right angle, and you'll be able to use this set of formulas to solve for those. So you'll start to recognize when this is useful, and you'll notice that it's going to be most useful whenever we know some certain things about the triangle. When we know what two sides are and we know what one angle is, we'll be able to use this. Okay, so let's say we know one angle that's going to be like 70 degrees, and we might have the other two sides, like, side B would be something like 8, side C would be something like 10. Okay, and so now we have some of these quantities. What we're looking for is side A. And we know that this is lowercase side A. By the way, all sides are lowercase and all angles are uppercase. We know that this side over here would be side lowercase a because it goes directly across from capital angle A. So they all match up. B equaling 8, so we'd have 8 squared. And then you'd have C equaling 10, so you'd have 10 squared, and you'd have minus 2, 10 times 8 times cosine of your angle, which would be 70, if you're doing that. So, for example, over here, this would be angle B, and we would know that side B, lowercase, would be over here on the other side. So, that's how we would use this one. If we know that we have side C, side A, and angle B, we'd be looking for side B, and we could use this formula. See, side B would be equal to the two sides squared that we have. We would have that, so, multiplied by the two sides times cosine B and multiplied by a factor of 2. Basically, depending on what you have and what you want, you can use any one of these formulas. They're all the exact same. They're just rearranged so that you can just kind of notice what you need and use the appropriate formula. So I'll give you an example. Let's say we have an angle that's 91, and we're looking for a small lowercase side a that would be across from our capital A angle of 91. All right, so we know that we're going to use the formula starting with A on the left side and all the BC's and the cos A on the right side. That way we're working with all quantities that we know and that we can plug into a calculator. So let's go ahead and just set up parentheses in your formula if that's a method that helps you. It certainly helps me. So I can just take the information that I'm looking for and fill it in to the parentheses. So we can switch colors to help you see this a little better. Our angle is 91, so we know that we're doing cosine of 91. Our side B, which is across from angle B, this would be our side B, across from angle B, would be 13. So we'll put that where the B goes, and we'll put that where this B goes. Okay, and then we know that our side C, which is across from angle C, would go in right here, where C goes, so that's 6. So we've got all the information that we need to solve for a squared. So basically, we just plug and chug that in the calculator, and then get that answer to come out. So we've got 13 squared, which is 169. We've got 6 squared, which is 36. And we've got 2 times the quantity 13 times 6. So 13 times 6 is 78. So we'll multiply 78 by 2, and we'll get 156. So we'll have 156 times the cosine of 91. Okay? So all we need to do now is get our calculator to tell us what the cosine of 91 is. Somewhat interesting looking digit here. It's negative 0.0 0.1745, and that's because, you know, it's an angle that's close to 90. We haven't worked with a lot of angles close to 90 thus far, because, you know, you won't really see those in right triangle problems, since the largest angle in those problems is 90. So we'll multiply that by 156. So we'll get, so this value here, that's 156 times cos 91, will be negative 2.72. And we'll leave that answer in the calculator here. But so since we know that our formula has negative 2bc, we know that we got an extra negative sign out in front of here, so we're going to wind up making two negatives, making a positive here. But anyway, we'll take 169 plus 36, fill out the rest of our equation here first. Okay, so let's make the two negatives make a positive here. So we'll add that to 36 and add it to 169. And we'll have 207.72 as our answer. So now all we need to do is hit the square root button on our calculator to find out what A is, and that is 14.4412. So our questions in Khan Academy are going to be saying round to the nearest tenth, and so since I have 14.412, I'll just round that to 14.4. And so here we go, 14.4. All right, and that's the answer.